best heavy week, the best professional wrestling discussion on the internet, World Wrestling Entertainment, TNA Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and much more. This, ladies and gentlemen, is In the Hot Seat with your host, Fortminorproject.
Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to another edition of In the Hot Seat. And this week I do got returning guest host joining me at this time. And would you like to introduce yourself?
Indeed I will. Mohawk 4444.
Alright, glad to have you back here on the show. And we actually got quite a lot to get to, including The Rock, and going into the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And, starting things off with the first question, and what are your thoughts overall on The Rock's return when he came back on Monday?
Well, to be honest, I really never expected it. It was a big surprise for me. I really don't know what is the WWE going to do with him. If it were me, I would have him just as sort of a legend status, if you know what I mean. And
Okay,
probably have him have one match at WrestleMania against John Cena, or if Sting doesn't turn up, then against the Undertaker. But preferably, I would have him against John Cena. But I think even if he doesn't have a match at WrestleMania, I still think it's really, really great that he came back, in the ring instead of just having him, on a Titantron just saying stuff. So
Yeah, and I agree. Hopefully we'll be doing, some, at least matches and putting some people over. Like I mentioned in my last video, I would really like, something, with that. Whether or not they're gonna have, John Cena versus The Rock at a WrestleMania, who knows? That would definitely be, interesting matchup to see. I'm sure it'll be a good match since they're, both young, and, I'm sure The Rock can still go, and I'm sure he hasn't lost a beat too in the ring. So yeah, that'll be definitely something interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what else The Rock has to bring, and instead of just talking and all that stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. All right, and next thing I got here for question number 2, and going into the Undertaker now basically being revealed as the guy behind the 221-11 promo, and yeah, what are your thoughts on that, since we did get to see him in the third promo?
Well, yeah, I know I've been talking to you a lot about this, but
Yeah.
in a way, I'm disappointed because I thought it would be Sting, but I made those videos saying, oh, it's going to be the Undertaker, because we all know that now because we saw him. But
Yeah.
as I said, well, it's good the Undertaker's coming back, and I like the way that they've built this up, over the last few weeks. And as I said, the only way that I think it could be that Sting could ever come back or debut, as it will, is that there was two guys in the promo the whole time. So like maybe Sting was always on the outside, like when it was like on the grass, and the Undertaker was always walking around in the house and stuff like that. But I'm a little disappointed that they practically revealed it's the Undertaker, because I thought they were gonna try and keep it as secret as possible right up until the actual day. But I still think it's pretty good the Undertaker's come back, and I've enjoyed the promos as well. I think they're really good promos, and they've put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah. I'm still actually hoping it's still Sting. I don't know why, for some strange reason I thought someone else, was, with him, like in the house, but, it could very well be Sting. I'm still hoping for it. Otherwise, I don't understand still why the Undertaker will be on Raw since he's on SmackDown. So, unless he's planning for something big at WrestleMania, that's the only reason, I could think of at this moment. But, come next week, I'm still going to be interested and, still surprised and, to see what else is going to happen. But I did like the, the promos, and, made you think on who it is, so I really like that idea. Alright, next thing we're getting into here is about going into TNA, and with this next question is, what got you interested in TNA in the beginning?
Well, I haven't really been into TNA for years, but what got me into TNA was straight down the X division. I remember turning on the TV and seeing this and I'd never heard of this company before. And I think I can't remember who was in the match, but I know AJ Styles was in it, and it was just something different. You know, it wasn't something that we'd see every day, even though they just brought in the cruiserweights. I never really watched SmackDown during that time when it was on, so this was something new for me, and at the time, I really, really enjoyed it. So, yeah, it was basically just the X Division that got me into it.
That's cool. And actually AJ Styles was one of the guys that got me into watching TNA, but overall it was really, Kurt Angle, since I wanted to see what he was been doing and what he was up to at the time, and since I, found out that he was going to TNA, so, that was another reason, with Christian was over there as well, guys like AJ Styles, the X Division, and I saw that they had a different ring too, so that was really interesting. At first I didn't really, care for it that much, but after a while I got used to it since there was something new with the six-sided ring, so, that was really cool and something different to see, and just, the different pace of the wrestling that they had there, was really cool to see, so, that's what really basically got me into watching TNA in the beginning, so, that's basically it with that. Alright, going into more in TNA actually, next question is, what would have to be your favorite TNA matchup so far?
My favorite match? I think it would probably have to be Unbreakable, triple threat between Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, and AJ Styles for the X Division Championship. 5-star. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I haven't really, seen that matchup myself. I don't remember, but definitely I will have to check that one out. I don't really have much of a favorite matchup for TNA since I haven't really been, I haven't really watched too much of it, so I can't really say for a favorite matchup as of yet in a way. But there are matches that I do like. The Angle and Hardy match was cool. The one that they had not too long ago, even though it didn't really end so well, but I thought it was a good match. Some matches involving with Gail Kim and Awesome Kong and their feud, I thought that was cool from what I saw. Some things like that as of right now are, some of my favorite TNA matches, so, that's basically what I have with that. Next question I got here is involving with Matt Hardy, and this is basically a video sponsored in way to Daily X-Men's video. With this one, do you think should Matt Hardy be put over than Jeff Hardy?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think he should be eventually, but not right now. I think maybe later on in the year he should be put over, but for now I think Jeff Hardy should still be, the main Hardy. To be honest, I was never really a big fan of any of the Hardys, and it was hard to decide which one of them I preferred.
Yeah.
And to be honest, lately I've hated both of them, but if I had to say if Matt Hardy should be both, I think yes, but not now. I think maybe later on in the year.
Okay. Yeah, I could agree with that. Maybe later on in the year, or depending on what's gonna happen to Jeff Hardy now, with his whole situation and everything. But yeah, definitely in time, Matt Hardy should definitely be put over and come out of that shadow from being in Jeff Hardy's shadow basically, and maybe win the world title in time, and get some championships into TNA, and have a new moveset maybe too as well. So he can be more noticed and be out of that shadow. I think that would be really cool with that. Alright, last question we got here is going into the Elimination Chamber, which is this Sunday, and just giving off some of your picks for the Raw and SmackDown Elimination Chambers and your thoughts about that.
It's hard because for the Raw match, there's stuff that I think would happen, but it really okay, I'm going to rule out R-Truth instantly because he is not winning that match. The one person I really want to win that match is John Morrison. It's well overdue that he's got a proper title shot at pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And people may think that having his first title shot at a pay-per-view at WrestleMania isn't the greatest thing, but think of how good a match John Morrison and The Miz put on that Raw.
Yeah,
And that was
awesome.
a Raw match, and if they can put on anything better at WrestleMania, then there's going to be no problem with that.
Oh yeah.
Even if John Morrison doesn't win, I still think so. I'm going to go on a limb and say that John Morrison is going to win the Chamber. And SmackDown Chamber. I made this video about the SmackDown spoilers, so I don't want to go into that.
No, that's fine.
But because some of you may have not watched it,
Yeah.
or have seen the spoilers, but I can pretty much rule out everyone apart from Edge and Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
It's difficult.
Would
I'm
you
gonna
have like
pick
a top
Edge.
2? Okay,
think.
Edge.
I'm gonna pick Edge. I think just to
Okay.
be safe.
That's good. Yeah, with the Raw Elimination Chamber, I'm gonna have to agree with you and go out with John Morrison. Since they had that great match on Raw, I'm sure their WrestleMania match could be something like that. If not, maybe a little bit more different and better. So I really like that, and John Morrison has really been proving himself as late. We've seen it in the Royal Rumble. We've seen it in even the Raw Royal Rumble too, which was really cool. So yeah, that's with my pick with John Morrison. With Sheamus, I don't know if he's gonna win it. I don't think so. Since we still got that program to see with him and Triple H and that whole feud starting up again, probably, or even if they're gonna do that. He's a maybe. Randy Orton.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to see another Randy Orton.
Yeah, I don't think
I
we're
just
ready
couldn't.
to see that either. So that's I'll put it as a maybe, but I don't think it will happen. But John Morrison, really is my overall pick with that, so that's what I'm gonna go with there. SmackDown Elimination Chamber. It looks like Edge is gonna retain the world title there. So he can move on and face Alberto Del Rio at WrestleMania, and that's the only person I can see actually winning it. Kane
Or
what?
they could be a triple threat.
Okay.
Edge, Ziggler, and Del Rio. But that probably won't happen. But it was just a thought that came to my head.
Yeah, that's good though. That might happen too as well. That since Dolph Ziggler is trying to get to the world title hunt, and that should definitely be interesting. So, again, my pick is going with Edge, and Kane is a maybe since since he lost the world title, maybe trying to get it back to there as well. So you never know. Anything can really happen. But Edge for SmackDown is for me, and of course for the Raw one is John Morrison. So that's basically it with all the questions there. Is there anything you want to get your final thoughts on?
No, really. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, that's good. Well, I appreciate you coming back here in the hot seat and coming in here, and it's been good having you. And that has about do it for us for this week. And as always, I will see you next time in the hot seat. Peace.